Welcome to Co-Parents with Narcissist 101. I'm Kate. Thank you for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, please do. Don't forget to share this information to whoever that might need it. And of course, like and share. Guys, when you're about to go through a divorce or you're in a relationship, you have kids, and you have to go to mediation. I did that. If before you take whatever you guys agreed on to the judge. We already know by now that if you have kids with these people, you have to have something written down. There's got to be some kind of something that you can enforce, because you will need it. These are not reasonable people that you say, oh, okay, yeah, we agree, Thursday and Friday you have the kids, I get them Saturday and Sunday. No, they don't know what it is to be reasonable. They're not logical people. So you don't expect them, so you don't, hurt yourself or get, frustrated, because it would happen. So yes, you have some kind of written documentation that has to be enforceable. So when you go to mediation, which sometimes, in my own case, I did that with a divorce, we had to do that first before, see what we can agree on, to see, that's what the judge expects you guys to do, to make sure you can see if you resolve things on your own. So before they can bring it up so they can sign it, or you sign it. So these are some of the 6 things that you make sure. There's got to be more, of course, but these 6 things that you make sure that you agree on during the mediation, or you bring up. It has to be written down in whatever you agree to. One of them is timeline for events. Timeline for events. What that means is that if you agreed on this person will get the car and the other car, or this person will get the money, or this kind of money, or whatever it is, there's going to be a timeline. Make sure there's a timeline for that. Like, it's going to happen. This person should receive this car by October 30th. This person should receive the amount of money, in 3 months' time, which will be December 7th. There should be a timeline for that. What I'm saying is that with these people, you expect them to deviate from whatever. They will try to, because they feel they're above the law. So they will try to break whatever rule that is there. So, but if you have a specific date or time for these things to be carried out, it will make it easy to enforce it. Because when it's not done, then you cannot go to court, because there's a time that is supposed to happen. And you probably have given them a little bit of time to get it together, and they still didn't do it. Now you go to court. Because if you do not have a timeline there, and you just said, A is supposed to give B the car, supposed to get the car, and there's no place where it states that you're supposed to hand over the keys, these people hold on to it. I'm telling you, they will hold on to it. They actually try to hold on to things that they've given them a timeline for. So much is when they don't. So you make sure there's a timeline for whatever it is that is agreed upon, exchange of property or money, whatever, during the mediation. Another thing is, for people that have kids like us, is passport. That's another thing that requires the 2 parents to do. And if you be like, if you all of them are the same, where the narcissist wouldn't like to release the kids for you to travel international with them, or they don't want to sign up, help get the kids' passport. This is what you guys need to make sure there's a time that they're required to sign, since both parents need to sign for minors to get the passport. And what happens if they don't come through with that time they need to sign? Because the narcissist will want to delay a trip, especially if you're, getting close to when you're supposed to travel. They will want to delay that trip, so they will come up with anything. So if you have to have some kind of, this is what happens after 5 days if they don't sign it. You can go ahead and get this, or you can come to court and get something. Something needs to be in place of what happens after that, because this is another place they will try to control your movement with the children. Another thing is visitation time, custody time. Be specific. Is it going to start at 6? And if you are in Texas, like we have, they have a standard joint custody thing. So some of this stuff might be there. So I don't know how it is in other states, where they have like a standard thing in there. But then if you do mediation, you can actually adjust to what you want, because But make sure there's a time. Is this going to start at, if the visitation starting at 6 p.m.? Is the custody starting at 6 p.m.? It needs to be there, because if you say Tuesday and Sunday and there's no date, a narcissist will show up whatever date, whatever time on those dates, which will mess up your own plan if you have things planned. So it needs to be specific or specified what, date. Child support. It needs to be specific about the amount. It needs to be specific about the frequency, and preferably coming through from child support office. Don't agree to anything where they pay you if you can help this. Don't agree to anything they're going to pay you on the side, or they get paid and they give you this. If you can have it go through, the child support office and come to your account. That's probably best, because that means that the probability of it being consistent is high than you having them pay you when they get paid. Because what ends up happening, because it will happen, they decide to do something, pick a fight, and then they're not, or you do something that they feel that you've annoyed them, so you don't get it. They don't make child support payment for that week or that month. Another thing is the communication methods or ways for the kids to communicate with you. They will try to stop the kids from talking to you when they are visiting, or they are going. They have the custody of the kids. This will happen. So it's something that needs to be specified in the agreement, how the kids can reach you. That the kids are, they are supposed to provide a way for the kids to get hold of you. Would they try to go around this? Yes, believe me, it has happened. So make sure that you even you have it there, because they will still try to do this, even with that. So you make sure that you have it in there. So like I said, you want to make sure you have something that you can go and enforce. So if it's not written down, then there's no kind of agreement whatsoever. It's kind of make it difficult to enforce it. Of course, you make sure there's no bashing of the other parents or whatever. This is something that they do because they check the emails. So you make sure that this is not something that's going to the kids. They will try to be sneaky about it, but it needs to be on paper that none bashing of the other kid, no insults going to you, through the kids. They will try this though. They will try this. Another one is a healthcare coverage and decision about, kids, what the kids, having some medical decision like surgery or stuff like that. And you make sure that all that is specified, who is paying what, who is covering who, when to call the other parent. If there's a major healthcare decision that needs to be made, when to call the other parent. Because if that is not specified there, a narcissist usually would not want to keep you, like you take your kid to the doctor, or maybe something happens when they go back, they have custody of the child, and they don't tell you. They don't call you. They don't let you know that, by the way, we have to go to the emergency room today, so they broke their leg or something happened. They had a cut on their hand. They don't tell you. You will find out afterwards when the kids come back to you. So, and all this is done just so that, the same thing, to piss you off. They're not thinking about the child, or maybe that you want to know that your child was an emergency today, So you have all that, specified, what decision needs to be made, medical or healthcare coverage, when they need to alert the other parents, or if they need to, or what things that need to happen for them to let the other parents know. If that's like everything, if the kids hurt themselves, they need to let you know, then that's something you need to specify. Going to a hospital, urgent care, that needs to be something that you need to know, then that needs to be specified in there. All right, guys, this is just some of the stuff that you need to, make sure among this, all the things. It's just, the whole idea here is to have things written down, because these people will try to even go around what is written down, so much less when it's not. So you have something that you can actually be able to go to court and say, hey, he's not doing this, she's not doing this, and they'll be able to, enforce it, because you already agreed upon it during the mediation and signed off on it. So they are now deviating from that. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind, and everything else fall into place. Please like and share.